Pat, I almost walked with Steven over to see you, and I can't remember something. I don't know something, but I told him to give you a hug for me. Did he? Did Peen give you a hug for me or no?
He fulfilled your wishes. Yes, he
Okay.
did.
Thank you.
Lean in for a kiss. It was weird. Like stiff arm him off. Like, is that from you?
No, that was not for me. That's just Steven. I'll let him own that one. Now, I guess if Kate was going to give you a little peck on the cheek or something, then that's different. That can be from me, but
it was good seeing him with Bo and Crawford and letting the boys play. They had a little football game going, and we were able to sit back and have a cocktail and reminisce a little bit. It was good seeing them.
Well, glad to see you, buddy. Obviously, Mondays when they lose are a lot different around here than Mondays when they win. But look, Carolina, 31-7, as Mike pointed out, they got beat on Saturday evening at Williams-Brice Stadium to just kind of open the door here. Give me your synopsis.
Yeah, obviously the offense isn't quite clicking still. 3 weeks in, we've had two incredible opening drives in these 3 games where it's play calling has clicked, gotten in a rhythm, and just somehow like after those drives, it just kind of stalls and stales. And turn the ball over 4 times in a game, it's hard to win. What Bakari Swain has been able to do for us the first 2 games, having those big explosive momentum changing plays. Obviously he's been a big part of it, but Vanderbilt played good. And they physically beat us. They ran the ball efficiently, effectively. They converted a lot of third downs. They didn't make that many mistakes. And yeah, it was frustrating because I was under the full belief that we were going to rebound and the offense was going to really come out clicking and LaNorris was going to play at a super high level. And I thought Rasul looked good. Was good to get him back going. But we got to find more creative ways to spread the ball out and take shots and just kind of open up the playbook. I think what everybody's been waiting on is letting Norris be LaNorris, let Nick Harbor be Nick Harbor, let Rasul Faison be Rasul Faison, and stop limiting him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. By the way, Nick did have 4 catches for 66 yards. Mike pointed this out. He looks better and better. He didn't get the ball in the South Carolina State game. They targeted him a couple times. He never got it, but they targeted him this week, and he looked pretty good. I gotta give Vanderbilt some credit on something here, regardless of all the reasons why South Carolina's offense, Sellers being out and not clicking, and the turnovers, et cetera, that happen. The stat is still the stat, man. Vandy in the last 2 weeks, guys, has gone on the road to Blacksburg and on the road to Columbia. Is Virginia Tech any good, or had they thrown in the towel? We can question that all we want to. That's fine. It's still not an easy place to go win, and they were still winning by 10 points at halftime. Yep. South Carolina, we know, is not an easy place to win. And in the last 2 weeks on the road, the Vanderbilt Commodores in the second half in both of those ballparks have outscored Virginia Tech and South Carolina by a combined 51-0. So whatever's going on at halftime with Clark Lee and his football team is really freaking good. I mean, I don't care. That's really, really hard to do, Pat. So I got to give them credit for that.
I mean, obviously I have young kids, but it's what's the movie Space Jam? Michael's secret juice or secret sauce. They got something in that locker room at halftime where they come out on fire because it does kind of upset me how poorly, obviously, social media and the world that we live in right now. It's just a weird space, and for Luke to get as crucified as he's getting crucified on social media. I don't think he played a bad game. He managed it. Obviously, the fumble and the interception, those both hurt. But Luke came in, and he's a Gamecock thick and thin. So he grinded his butt off. He did everything he could to try to put us in a situation. And Vandy just beat us. But I don't think that this loss doesn't fall on Luke Doty. This loss falls on all 110 of them. So I just wanted to clarify that.
Yeah. Well, look, Luke probably would like to have a couple of passes back in that game, but what quarterback doesn't ever want to have a couple back? This has nothing to do with Luke Doty.
Yep, 100%.
I'm not. even entertaining.
Is Luke Doty the reason this offense in 5 games can't get more than 17 points on the board?
Right.
Last I checked, he wasn't the culprit in the other 4.5. So no, try again.
Mike brought up something earlier, and I actually agree with him. I don't nowhere near perfect, of course, but I actually felt like, now that I've rewatched the game, and I did feel it in the ball game, but now that I've rewatched it, I felt, Pat, like the offensive line did some things.
Yeah,
look like they're heading in the right direction. What'd you think?
Yeah, I thought they played cohesively. We were pretty efficient running the ball. I just like, it all just kind of goes back to like letting the team play free. And I just, you don't really see it that much. They seem so tight. They feel like they're putting pressure on themselves, that they have to go make an explosive play, have to go do this, have to go do that. And that's a brutal way to play. I mean,
interesting.
3 plays of 4 yards is the first down. You turn the chains over a couple times, you're in scoring position. And Carolina historically over the last few years has had a really good defense. And field position games, when you're struggling on offense, winning the field position battle is huge. So, I thought they, protected pretty well in pass pro. And then when we were able to run the ball, we were efficient. So there's good things ahead, but I would just love to free the offense up a little bit, attack the perimeter, do some things to give the quarterback some confidence early and get the run game going early.
So I gave Mike Morgan, the Golden Tones here, who had the game on national radio on Saturday night. We were talking about a stat that we had on the preview show on Friday, Pat. And Mike, did you end up using that stat on the broadcast, by the way, or do I need to get my money back?
I gave a form of it. I couldn't quote it directly. I gave a form of it. And we talked about the struggles on first down, and we talked about time of possession. So I did give some Jamie Bradford influence.
Then.
Yes.
Everything's fine.
I was sitting there, and that's so the 3 game. Are you hitting on how we've been outpossessed 105 to 75 during?
And I've talked enough about it. I want to hear your version of this. Go ahead. Yeah.
Like the big ticker, obviously you're going 3 and out a bunch. You're not converting on third down. You're not sustaining drives. You're turning the ball over. Like that's all the definition of time possession. You have to, in SEC play, you have to win the line of scrimmage. You have to be able to run the ball. You have to be able to stop the run. And you have to put your quarterback in a third and manageable situations. 3rd and 8 to 3rd and 12, defensive ends, you're getting funky pressures, or defensive ends are ripping up field at the passer. Time of possession is like it's key. It was one of our 6 keys to victory when I was in Atlanta and in Buffalo, was win the time of possession. And being outpossessed 10 minutes in all 3 games is brutal. There's no way, shape, or form.
Yeah, and the reasons for that, going into the game, Carolina on 48 first down plays that they had, Pat, in the first 2 games, on 48 first down plays. 26 of those 48 were for 2 yards or less. So obviously they were way behind the sticks. And now in this game, they were really, really good on first down. You mentioned the opening drive and even the second drive were really good. And they only had 2 of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So just 2 of 10 plays were for 2 yards or less. And then Sellers got hurt. And when he went down, you had 8 straight plays that were, you had 8 straight that were 3 yards or less, but it'd be 6 of 8 that were 2 yards or less. But either way, that and then towards the end of the game, that number improved, but the game was pretty much out of reach. Vanderbilt was just kind of sitting back and letting the clock run.
In those first 2 games, obviously those special teams touchdowns have a lot to do with that too, because you never touch the ball on offense. But
well, that's true, but it doesn't take away the fact that they weren't moving the football on first down in their possessions, right?
Yeah, no, 100%.
So, and that's where I was going with you. Like I feel like there's if you score like Mike Leach, okay, not everybody's Mike Leach, but let's just use it as an example. If you're a quick strike offense and you're hanging 35, 40 points on the board, you're probably not going to possess the football a ton, but you are scoring a lot. But if you're not scoring enough, and through 3 games, your defense has played an entire extra half of football versus your offense, that's a major issue.
Yeah.
And now you got to go to Missouri, who they just, they throw it around. Pat, your best defense again is keeping them on the sideline.
Yeah,
yeah.
It's I mean, this is a big game. I mean, the Vandy game was a big game, but I think this is a game that it's almost a must win. And to kind of keep the morale and everything going, it's you can't go 2-2 into Kentucky and then go into the gauntlet of your schedule with all the preseason hype that we had. Has there been anything disclosed out there about LaNorris and the concussion and how bad it is, or no? I mean, those
heard anything. Nothing concrete.
Protocol 6 days. I mean, I remember I had one when I played, and I barely, by the skin of my teeth, was able to make it back in time. And it was a quick rebound, and I did a lot of treatment stuff to make it work. But, I would love to see the LaNorris we saw the last 5 or 6 games last year come back and just play confident and play to go out there and go win the game and not lose it.
Do you mind elaborating on that just a little bit more? I don't want to put you in a position ever to second guess an offensive coordinator or a coach or anything like that, but what does that mean to you when you say LaNorris go play free and do the things that you're confident in doing?
He's like, we're not running it. Like that's a huge asset that he has. Look at Cam Newton. Look at these quarterbacks that everybody's saying that like LaNorris could be a Cam Newton type player. When Cam was playing in with the Panthers, they ran him 10 to 14 times a game. They broke the pocket with him a lot. They got creative. They were able to play to his strengths. Like the fact that we're not running Q power once a drive is like baffling to me. The fact that we're not breaking the pocket multiple times a drive is kind of baffling to me. Like, let's play to our quarterback's strengths. Let's get his legs going. Let's get him moving. Was it the first or second play of the game was the play to Dingle? Like a very simple flood concept, break the pocket, get the ball out of your hand early, let the guys make plays, spit the ball on the perimeter, let your guys block on the perimeter, give yourself a situation to break a tackle, get an explosive play. Just stuff like that. I would love to see it kind of freed up more and played more to LaNorris' strengths. LaNorris is not Peyton Manning. He's not a drop back, third step, get the ball out. Like that's not his game right now. He's gotten better in that sense, but like he's better when he's moving and when he has the option to pull it and take off and run. And look at what he did his freshman year and these other stuff. Like those were all plays that were a little bit off script, and that's fine. That's Josh Allen's game. That's Lamar Jackson's game. It's kind of the evolution of football right now.
Yeah, I want to mention this again. I just thought it was so well said. Our friend Preston Thorne on last Tuesday, he brought up your friend Josh Allen, and he brought up Lamar Jackson, and because he's, first of all, Shula, was the QB analyst, if you will, in Buffalo for a couple of years with Josh, but more along the lines of the fact that LaNorris has some similarities from an athletic ability that those two guys have. We're not going to ever go out on that limb and say, well, let's compare him to them. There's no comparison right now, but from an athletic standpoint, there certainly is. And one of what makes those guys great in the NFL, this was Preston Thorne's point, by the way, not mine, is that they didn't have to go to the NFL and fit into an NFL box to be a great NFL quarterback. And you could argue they're the two best quarterbacks in the league and probably win that argument fairly easily. They took who they were, brought that to the NFL, and then allowed the guys in the NFL to be able to kind of fine-tune that a little bit without them becoming somebody that they're not. And he kind of referenced like, maybe that needs to be LaNorris. Like, just kind of let him be who he is, and then you just kind of chip away at it as time goes along. You think that's pretty fair? How would you?
Yeah, I mean, both Josh and Lamar both had ramp-up periods throughout their career. Like, they didn't jump in. They weren't playing to the level they're playing at right now, year 2, 3. I mean, this is year 6 or 7 for both of them, plus. So it takes time, but the coordinators have catered the offense around them. It's gotten to a point that Josh is freely making checks at the line of scrimmage, and so is Lamar, and like they're in situations where they can get the ball out, and they're confident in everything they do. And if all else fails, take off and run. Like that's a huge part of their game. So I think I'm hoping we can implement that stuff. And I mean, even if Doty's the guy this week or Aaron Nolan's the guy this week, like let's just get them playing free and playing and having fun out there. Like it just seems like it's a tolling game right now.
Pat, what's interesting about that, and I'm sure you have crossed paths with Mike Shula over the years, both as in the professional ranks and obviously at Carolina. If you go back and you go look at the numbers on Cam Newton when he was the OC, he ran it 100 times plus every year.
Yep.
It's not as if he didn't dial up those plays. So, like, why would he have a change of heart now with a guy who's clearly, in my opinion, every bit the runner that Cam is, if not more?
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to. I mean, my mind goes to, were they trying to protect him for the bulk of the season, which like should never be the situation, right? I mean, you want to go out there and put your best foot forward, and if you play the game of football to not get hurt, then you're playing the wrong game. Injury rate's 100%, but like you're more susceptible to get hurt playing like you're not trying to get hurt. And
yeah.
You know, not saying that's the case because I don't know. I'm not in any of those meetings, but it just seems like if you want to get the guy going and get the guy confident, then let him go be him. And it's not like, you know, the Clemson one was huge last year, but it wasn't like it was done without LaNorris legs. LaNorris legs won that game for us 100%. So I don't know. I imagine that we're going to change things up and see a freer offense and see more quarterback run game. I mean, you're make them defend 11. Like that's the reason why a pocket quarterback in a run game where he's not a threat. Like your defense, you're able to have an extra guy in the box. You don't have to account for the quarterback. We have a quarterback that can run. Make 2 people account for him. That way, we only have to address 9 with our other 10. So just stuff like that.
I love it. And, you know, Flint isn't the smartest human on earth, but he said this to me the other day, and it made a lot of sense. He said the same thing. He said, make them defend 11, but make it feel like 12. You know, if you're a guy like LaNorris Sellers who can get out there and it's all of a sudden it's like, oh, God, you know, what are we doing now?
You know, it's crazy that defensive tackle that made the pick, Zaylen Wood, he's an undersized DT at 280. He transferred from Middle Tennessee. That's his 3rd career pick. So I'm guessing he's actually dropped back in coverage a couple of times. Kind of weird.
He probably played linebacker in high school and had a few too many
bulked up.
Yeah, a few too many protein shakes or snacks or whatever you want to call it, and got big. But I mean, I guess if you're going to drop somebody, don't drop somebody that's 6'6" that you can see. Drop somebody that's 6'5", 5'10", go under the radar. But I mean, that was. You know, if we score there, right, we're up 14-7 or 10-7. You can kind of sense the oxygen being sucked out of the stadium on that pick, with the offense struggling the first 2 games and kind of high hopes of, hey, first 2 drives, score 2 touchdowns, let's go, we're rolling, and just kind of deflated pretty quick. But I have full confidence that Shula is going to. I mean, there's only one way to get through this, right? And that's by grinding and figuring it out. And don't repeat things that hadn't worked in the past. It's okay. Like let's open up the playbook and try some different stuff that guys are confident doing. And I'm confident they'll do that. I mean, Shane's a great coach. Shula's a great coach. They have a great offensive staff, a great staff all across the board. And just getting to know some of the guys personally, I mean, it's a great group of guys. It's a locker room that I know is going to buy in and fight through it all. So I don't see any separation or any finger pointing. That's not the culture. That's not the team that we have here. So I think they'll grind through it.
Two encouraging things I thought I said at the top. To me, it feels like Nick Harbor's really becoming a wide receiver, not just a track guy out there running fast. And then they clearly called 18's number few times. Brian Rowe, obviously he's doing something in practice they really like.
He has been. He's a good player. I mean, they had 15 catches by the wide receivers this weekend. I mean, that number is up dramatically. But
Yeah.
That play, by the way, if it's not the same play, it's very similar to the one that y'all ran with Marcus that scored against Alabama in 2010.
Yeah, that was more of a halfback tunnel screen, but kind of same instance, a step on the heels of the lineman and come flat. That was more bait the rush, though. That was like make it look like you're pass protecting and you get beat, and then let them run by you and think they're about to sack the quarterback. So, I mean, that was kind of what that defensive tackle did, right? He baited the center. He basically put his hands on him and then stood there and made the offensive lineman think, oh, let's just stone this guy. And then he just like slowly retreated right into the line of pass.
Look, man, a lot of credit goes around on that on both sides. You know, I mean, or you take some away, obviously, but you got to give credit.
Winning in the SEC is hard. Like winning any football game is hard in general. So, but we have an opportunity right in front of us with Missouri. And you know, there's a lot of pride in this game, the Mayor's Cup. There's just kind of drama between Drink and Beamer in the past. There's been some chatter. So I think we have all the reason to go out there and show the country, show the nation, especially somebody mentioned that we fall out of the top 25. Has that been announced yet?
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
Well, yeah. You lose one game to a Vandy team that's good. So yeah, I'll let that be that. I'm not going to speak on that right now.
Notre Dame's still in there.
Yeah, that's some BS, but hey, we are used to being looked down upon as a Gamecock football program. You know, there's been high moments, but there's kind of been moments where we generally get left out of the playoff and certain things like that. It's time to go prove them wrong.
Yeah. You know, we pointed that out earlier, and we'll let you go on this note. You know, if there's you can Shane's the head football coach, so he deserves any criticism that comes his way. That's part of the gig, and he knows that. But if you want to remind yourself, since he's been the head coach here, he finds a way to get his teams off the mat. They flush it quick.
100%.
You know, you got to give him credit for that. Will they do it this week? We don't know. But history says that they can flush it in a hurry. And he will make changes. We might not always know about him, Pat. He's pretty quiet about a lot what goes on in that building.
Yeah, you have to have a short memory when it comes to the SEC. So, like, come out, flush it. You have Sunday, Monday to kind of sulk in your sorrows, and then after that, it's time to bring your lunch pail and go to work.
To that point, nobody would have said Missouri's an unwinnable game before what they saw Saturday night. So, like, I'm not prepared to do a 180 and just say, "Oh, it's an unwinnable game. It shouldn't even show up." It's Missouri. It's not. I don't know, LSU on the road. It's Como. It's Missouri. To me, it's still a winnable game if you improve, if you learn from those mistakes, and if you play to your best of your ability. There's enough athletes on this team that this should be a swing game, right?
Yep. I mean, I think I'm going to say it here. Gamecocks win 34-24.
30
Offense wakes up. Whether it's LaNorris, Luke, whoever's at quarterback, I think they're going to have some fire in their butt and ready to go.
Pat, you'll be a hero if that happens. That's for sure. We'll have you on at the top of the program today.
Not all heroes wear capes, Pat DiMarco. I think you're proof of that every Monday.
That's right.
Hey, I'm a lunch pail guy, right? I mean, there's only one way to fix it, and that's by grinding your butt off.
That's right.
So,
by the way, the Bills are going to win. Bills are going to win the Super Bowl. They're 2-0.
Bills are rolling.
All right.
Hopkins looked good last night too.
Yeah. Hey, got a pass rush. Who knew? You draft a couple of rush ends and you actually get heat on the quarterback. That's how it works, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot of people told them they were idiots for doing that.
It kind of worked. Not I.
No, not me.
Got into some friendly debates on that and went on radio.
I had a feeling it was Casey Hayward last week, and I was right. So what's the hint for this week's Tailgate Talks guest on Wednesday morning?
This is a lunch pail week. This is a lunch pail week. So bring your popcorn, wear some extra pads, take some ibuprofen.
Okay.
Be ready.
Okay. All right. Ibuprofen it is.
But
movies,
it's cool.
movie theater, very buttered popcorn.
It's blood and gore and physicality, and it's a good movie.
Oh boy. Okay. All right. Looking forward to it. We always appreciate it, Pat. You do a wonderful job. You know that. Tailgate Talks will be out early Wednesday morning, as it is every single week. And you can, of course, pull it up on our app. But please subscribe to their YouTube page as well. Subscribe to their YouTube page. And
appreciate you guys.
Previous conversation.
Appreciate your support from me early on, JB, but also kind of it continues to go. You're a huge part of building this whole thing for us.
You're the man, brother. Have a great week. Give Kirsten and the kids hugs. We'll see you next Monday after a 10-point road win.
Boom. Let's go. Go Cox.
Pat DiMarco.